I'm going to show you how to make Lactobacillus reuteri yogurt, starting with a capsule of ReuteriBiotic. You could also start with a capsule of Adiponexin. Either way will work. Just be aware, if you make with the Adiponexin, because it has the carotenoid astaxanthin that is red or orange colored or pink, you may get that color in the first batch, but it should go away in subsequent batches. But let's start with ReuteriBiotic. Why do this, by the way? Well, it's an easy way to share with your family. That is, if you don't want to be spending a lot of money for more and more capsules, you can make yogurt from one capsule, and then you can share that with your partner, your children, or whoever else you want to share it with. Friends, we start with 10 or 20 billion counts of microbes per capsule of the ReuteriBiotic. By fermenting it as yogurt, you get something more towards 300 billion. This might be important, for instance, when you're first starting out and you're hoping to get rid of SIBO, small intestinal bacterial overgrowth. It's an advantage to have higher counts of microbes. That'd be another reason to make yogurt. So to make yogurt, what we're going to do is take one capsule of either product. Here's a capsule of the ReuteriBiotic. I'm going to open the capsule and pour it into the bowl. A bowl big enough to hold a quart of liquid. Now I'm going to add a tablespoon or so of a prebiotic fiber such as inulin, a level tablespoon. So here's a level tablespoon. Throw it in the mix. Now here's what's a little bit extra step here. I'm going to pour just a little bit of, I'm using organic half and half. That's my preferred dairy source. I'm going to put a couple tablespoons. The reason for that is there's a tendency for these powders to clump. So I'm going to pour just a little bit of the half and half in and break up the clumps. It may take a minute or so to break up all the clumps. Once you're satisfied that all the clumps are gone, then top it up with the rest of that quart of whatever liquid, in this case organic half and half. Of course, mix it thoroughly so you disperse the microbes. Okay, cover it. Plastic wrap works fine. Some bowls come with a plastic cover with it. And then put this into whatever device you're using, a yogurt maker, a sous vide, or maybe your Instant Pot. Remember, we're going to do 100 degrees, give or take, human body temperature for 36 hours. We do it that way so that we maximize the microbial counts. If you go longer, you don't get more microbes. We've counted them via flow cytometry. So 36 hours seems to be the sweet spot where we get the maximum number of microbes without allowing them to die by going too long. And there you have it. We consume a half cup a day to get about 300 billion microbes per half cup serving. Expect to be a little sour because that prolonged fermentation we're using maximizes the conversion of lactose to lactic acid. And that's why people who have lactose intolerant can typically consume this yogurt no problem because the lactose is nearly gone, but it will be tart. And that's from the lactic acid. And the lactic acid also breaks down or denatures the casein beta A1. That's a form of casein unique to North America that some people have some issues with, but you've further reduced the problem because you allowed that lactic acid to break down the casein molecules. So enjoy it with some blueberries, some chia seeds, whatever else you want on top.